online of someone warning about explicit role playing on Roblox, and I'll most likely post it here. I haven't posted on YouTube yet. And she was explaining how a lot of Roblox games have explicit role playing, and they're simulating explicit and adult interactions within the game. And the takeaway from the video was to remove your kids from Roblox. And I agree with her doing the warning to parents, because a lot of parents don't know that online games, explicit role playing happens in online games. And one of the methods to protect your kids is to remove them from Roblox. But as someone who has been a gamer for 15 plus years, who has experienced the darker side of the internet, experienced grooming, experienced role playing like this, it is really important for us to see the conversation bigger than just Roblox. Because if your kids come across or experience or whatever, or involved in or are initiating explicit role playing within Roblox or otherwise, the conversation has to go deeper, and the solution has to go deeper than pulling your kids off of Roblox. Because if they see something like that in Roblox, in they're like 7 or 8 years old, and you have not already had the birds and the bees talk with your kids, consent talk with your kids, puberty, whatever it is, how babies are made, talk with your kids, now is the time to do so. And honestly, genuinely speaking, if your kids are on any online game, you have to have that conversation beforehand. If you have not already, have no fear, you can start to have the conversation now. I highly recommend, there's a YouTube channel called Kathleen Hema, KATHLEENHEMA, and she helps parents have the modern day talk with your kids. I'm like making sure that my verbiage here is like PG-6 right now, because I don't want any of my videos to be taken down. But she goes really in depth on how to have those conversations with your kids in a way where you can consistently have it, not just like, oh, there's just one conversation. No, it happens consistently, and that your kids can feel comfortable talking to you and asking you questions, and you are that first person that they get to have a conversation back and forth with. Because number one, you don't want your kids to first experience that or understand that, and in a circumstance that is not safe for them. I just had an alarm go off. You want to give them an environment where they can talk to you. So when it comes to explicit role playing, I know a lot of the concern is, oh my God, it's happening in Roblox. Put your kids off Roblox, give them a different online game. Again, as someone who's been gaming for a very long time, and you can let me know as well with your experience, explicit role playing happens in many online games. It's not just about the characters enacting something that's adult or explicit in nature, but it is also about the chat, right? The chat in a lot of these online games, they can do explicit role playing through the chat. They can do it through text. They can do it through voice. They don't necessarily have to have the characters do something. And so if you've experienced this or seen this in online games, let me know. This happens a lot, right? It's not just like fringe groups. It happens a lot. Maybe it's not going to happen every single day, right? But it will happen. So when your kids are on games like Roblox or online games, so we're talking about protect your kids on online games, not only do you want to talk about the explicitness that they might see, but also informing them of what okay looks like and what not okay looks like, and your views as a family, and what to do if they ever see something like that. There are going to be moments where they're not going to talk to you, right? Especially if a safe foundation was not put to help your kids understand that they can come to you about anything and everything. If your kids are gaming online, or they're on social media, or they're on online forums, right, and they experience something that's uncomfortable, or they experience something that they don't want to experience, most kids will not come to their parents. Most kids won't. And a lot of the reason is because a lot of kids don't feel like if they go to their parents, it's going to be a productive conversation. It's going to be a conversation that does not end with their devices being taken away or their game being taken away. And so they hide a lot of bad things that happen, or uncomfortable things, or just like things that happen in online games or social media, because they don't want you to take away devices. So that's why it's so important to start having these conversations before anything ever happens, so that you're setting up the stage so that when, or if, or God forbid, if something ever happens, they already know that you're going to be open, you're going to be honest, you're not going to be judgmental, you're not going to be shameful, you're going to be there for them, and you are supporting them through that and helping them understand how to navigate those situations. That is the best way that's the best way to protect your kids online when it comes to anything, but especially something as sensitive as explicit role playing. So again, remember, explicit role playing isn't just happening in Roblox. Explicit role playing is happening in many different online games. And if you think that pulling your kids from Roblox to a different online game is going to automatically solve the problem, it's not. And I don't want you to go through a situation where you feel like your child is safer because you did a step that was very important. You removed a game that you believed was not good for your kids, which is, I stand 10 toes down on that. That is phenomenal. That is great. That's a great step. And at the same time, do understand that a lot of online games have the same thing. So if your kids are really young, and you do not want them to come across explicit content, I recommend that you're using games that are safer for younger kids. So games that are completely offline, games that are not open world, not open communication, where there is a limited amount of things that they can do in the game and they cannot communicate with other people. And they don't have apps like Discord, which Discord is like a texting, voice, was it texting, voice, and video chatting app. Most people text and do voice, like voice calls in Discord. I've been a part of Discord since like 2015. Discord has been like a great part of my gamer life and regular life. It's great to connect with people, different creative people. Discord is like you can build community in there. You can be a part of other people's communities if you like knitting, you like cooking, you like gaming, you like whatever. It used to be just like, for gamers. Discord typically was just for gamers. And then 2020 happened and a lot of people were using apps like Discord, just like Zoom or like Google Meet, right? But except it's not just like, oh, there's just one meeting. There's like a continuous chat that can happen privately and within a group of people. So if your kids are gaming, most likely they have Discord. You want to talk about Discord safety. On my channel, I have an entire video breaking down how to protect your kids on Discord, how to talk about Discord safety with your kids in a way that does not make them feel like they have to leave, right? Or they got to like, they can't tell you anything because like you have this interesting view on the internet that coincides, or it just doesn't fit well with their view of the internet, right? So I did a whole YouTube video breaking that down, showing you the settings to go to, the newest parental controls, all of that. And then I also did 2 videos on Roblox, actually 3, but my latest video was a couple of months ago on is Roblox safe for your kids and how to determine if Roblox is safe for your kids, because you never know. But with the recent things that are happening on Roblox, you want to be even more mindful of whether or not Roblox is a platform for you. And then on my Instagram, and I believe I'm going to repost it here, I discuss in detail how to remove Roblox from your kids in a way that does not make your kids feel like they have to be sneaky, go around you, download the game with, outside of what you're trying to do or outside of their devices, and how to make them understand why you're removing the game. Because if you do it in a way where they don't understand why, it could possibly backfire. So that's why I created my entire channel. That's why I created my Instagram page. That's why I created the Protect Kids Online membership, to just help you understand how to navigate the digital world in a way that works for you and your family. I'm Cyber Farida. I'm an award-winning Forbes 30 Under 30 internet safety expert. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for more. And I have a lot of videos on internet safety and security and gaming and all of that. So go check out the channel. And until next time, bye.